Going live right now. You're live. You're live. Stop.
Did we start already? And I'm already lagging. Am I already on a delay? Did I already screw this up?
I don't think so. I don't think you're on a delay.
Yes. Yes.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Hi. Happy Friday. Oh my God, I've got a strand of hair that's gone awry on me. Oh no, maybe it hasn't.
No, I don't. Yeah. When'd you get a haircut?
3-4 days ago, a week ago.
Oh, it looks fresh.
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 days ago, a week ago.
Right before San Francisco.
Yeah. We're heading. I'm heading out to San Francisco Sunday.
Oh, I thought you went last weekend too.
Oh yeah, I did go last weekend. Last weekend was like a little day trip, Berkeley, San Francisco. I got my haircut right before that, I believe. No, right after that. Right before that, I can't remember. Right after that.
Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, my kids have the day. They don't have a day off of school. They have choice board day because all of the teachers got their second vaccine yesterday.
Okay.
So they gave the choice because from what we've heard, I believe they did it because the second shot tends to make people sick.
Yeah, there's the Moderna shot, I think is that one.
Yeah, so they give us a choice board. So it's like for history, you could do these things. For science, you could do these things. For English, but both of my kids' teachers, Layla's and Joey's yesterday, sent them home with schoolwork packets instead of choice board. And I wanted to ask, like, am I the only parent who got this, or did all of the kids get this? Because if you don't do the choice board, it's an unexcused absence.
Right. Oh yeah.
And because I'm mom of the year, my kids have many unexcused absences. And next week they might have more because we're supposed to get snow.
So 2 questions. This is a 2-parter. One, is the choice board the distance learning 2021 version of Teacher Drank Too Much Last Night? I'm going to put a movie on today.
No, I don't know, because at least when the teacher put the movie on when we were in school, the parents didn't have to do anything.
That's just it. The teacher doesn't have to do anything. That's the whole goal, right?
And I got parents. So then I had one mom come in the other day and we were talking, and her kid's in kindergarten. So all she did was just sign off that my kid did these things. And the kindergarten teacher wrote her back and said, I need proof.
So we had our conference the other day.
Ask for that. What?
We had our conferences the other day because I felt the same. I really, especially with everything that's been going on in the last few months, like I really felt like I was falling behind a ton, right? And so I got on the conference with my son's 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Gossett, and I said, "Hey, can you?" And I was kind of breaking down a little bit because I was feeling like a terrible dad. I'm like, "Can you, by chance, just like show me if I started today and I was getting caught up on everything my kid is doing? Can you please just show me like where I need to be to keep up with him?" And she goes, "Listen, it's nuts right now." She goes, "I have 2 kids and I'm a teacher and I'm not caught up. Don't worry about it. You're doing fine. Your kid is doing fine. This is going to be okay."
Yeah, my friends who are teachers, they're like, you would think that we would be fine, but we're not with our own kids. Like, we can't do it.
Yeah. So it's this weird thing now because, we're going through this like split household thing now where, the like emotions get raw. And so every once in a while you want to point out and be like, "Hey, how come school works like this?" The other one like, "Hey, how come school works like this?" And then the teachers came in like, "Hey, everybody's messed up." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Yeah. When divided household, it's funny how like the little fights will come in. Like I was going to leave the kids home for a few hours so that I can go work. Right. And the ex-husband was like, "Well, I don't know if it's a good idea that you leave him home, blah, blah, blah." But then he had to go back to Vegas to work. And I'm like, "Well, I work tomorrow." And he's like, "They can stay home by themselves." I'm like, now that it's convenient for you.
Yeah. You know what though? It's the little things like that creep their way, because we legit, quite literally 72 hours ago, had the exact same argument because our living situations are a little different right now. And so what we settled on is, if there's a scenario where the kids have to be alone, 90 minutes max, 2 hours, there's a phone call. Anything after that, we each have first right of refusal, drop them off at the other's house. That seems fair to me, right? That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's funny how those negotiations start out because we landed on 2 hours, 3 hours, but it started out with like 45 minutes, a million hours, and then we just kind of came right in the middle.
So yeah, so I'm in the car with the kids yesterday, and Joey's like, "Remember that time that Daddy went to work and we were at home by ourselves?" And I'm like, "So he's done it."
Right, right.
I didn't say anything, but kids are like, they're gonna tell on you anyway.
But see, and here's what I'm learning. I'm learning that with the kids, you really have to look at it through a different filter, because our youngest is going through a thing right now where maybe he's finding out that he can be a little dishonest and get away with some things. And so we have him telling one parent, we have him telling one parent that I was gone for like 6 hours one time when I was gone for like an hour, taking care of something, right? And then we have him telling another parent that whenever he's at one place, it's wall to wall mac and cheese and hot dogs and candy, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So you
Wait.
get ready for Super Bowl 100 as like two people are coming together. Hey, we need to talk about how long you're gone. Hey, we need to talk about what he's eating. And you're like, 6 hours is 45 minutes. Wall to wall mac and cheese and hot dogs was mac and cheese one day. Never mind.
Yeah, and wait until you're gone for a little bit and your kid calls the ex-spouse while you're out. Daddy hasn't been home. That's happened to me. It was literally, it was like the first couple, maybe it was because we had just moved in here. It was like the third month we were here. And I was at a friend's house, not even a mile away. Like I could run home in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm in the car and Joe's calling me. Joey's wondering where you're at. He says you've been gone all night. And I'm like, I'm around the corner. I'll be home in nearly 2 minutes.
So, but isn't that how that goes? Like if I'm being 1,000,000% honest, right? Like my divorce right now is not awesome. And if there's a problem in this right now, it's probably me. I'm kind of a man child about some things, right? But when I sit down and I look at some of these arguments that we have over some of this stuff, like you have to really sit back and be like, what are we really arguing about? But both get caught up in the minutia, both get caught up in trying to like one up the other person or say something that cuts just right. So they know exactly what you're trying to get across. And then you got to sit back and be like, it's all just stuff. It's all stupid things. Like if she's worried about 30 minutes between 90 minutes and 2 hours and she's a parent, then it's my job to be like, that's a valid concern. And if I'm like, hey, I think 2 hours is reasonable and anything after that, we can communicate. As a parent, she's got to look at that and be like, that might be reasonable. We can consider that. And it's just a matter of getting there,
Yeah, and yours is still fresh. Like the night that Joe was like, Mom's not home. I'm on the phone with Joe. I go, I'm around the corner. He's like, all right, I'll call him back. Like it wouldn't happen that easily for you right now.
Not yet. Because right now where you're at, you could have said I'm on a date. Yeah. You could have, right now where you're at with you guys, like either one of you could have said, I'm on a date, but I'm 5 minutes away. Okay, cool. Right now, if any one of us said, I'm on a date, I'm 5 minutes away, be like, well, who's this guy? Who's this girl? Let me look him up. What's their social media?
Oh, yeah. No, Joe would be like, I tell him about my dating all the time. He doesn't care.
Yeah. So, well, I just don't really have any, so there's nothing to really tell.
You're going to San Francisco this weekend, right?
I am. I'm so excited. I'm doing San Francisco. Okay. If anybody can help me out on this, I'm doing San Francisco on a budget, super budget. Like if I can get away with spending almost $0, that's the budget I'm on right now. Okay, my hotel's paid for. That's already done. I have to put out $100 deposit for staying there, right? Right now with the whole divorce thing going on, and a refinance, all the pennies are being pinched. So I've got to figure out a way to do breakfast, lunch, and most dinners via a dorm-style refrigerator and a microwave, and I'm thinking about bringing my little griddle, right? Otherwise,
okay, somebody yesterday said that you need to bring some Uncrustables.
Yes. Actually.
And if you're if you're on a budget, why don't you go through your pantry and stuff that you have right now and pack what you already have?
Yes, that is absolutely what I'm doing. And the Uncrustables I love because I actually make my own Uncrustables. So
okay. So yesterday I finally signed up for the Dave Ramsey like the budget thing again.
Yeah.
To see where all your money's going, which is super eye-opening. But tell me more about these these fake Uncrustables. So you just cut the crust off?
I cut the crust off. I make my peanut butter and jelly. I put it in a sandwich bag and I put it in the freezer. And you know what? It works. Yeah,
I'm sure it does. You don't eat the crust. You're a grown man.
No, I eat the crust. The kids don't.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a grown man. I eat the crust.
You know what? I don't eat the crust on pizza unless it's like New York style, unless it's like that really good, like blackened brick oven pizza. Otherwise, meh, it's goner.
I eat round table crust. That's about it.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good.
And
Yeah.
the only reason I eat round table crust is because the crust blends in with most of the pizza, so I can still dip it in the ranch.
I'm gonna organize the house, get everything in order. And I have to. Like my poor JoJo gets like anxiety.
Okay. So is it okay? So we were talking about this a little bit earlier. So this weekend is a structured weekend for you and your son. You're gonna be working on the house and working on just a little bit more structure for what you guys do, right?
I'm gonna finish my wine shelves, the
Okay.
plywood ones, and then I'm just like restructuring. Yeah, completely cleaning. He wants a chore chart.
Okay, so that's phenomenal. So you have a son that like craves structure.
Yes.
That's awesome. I wish I had that problem. That is so
No,
rad.
and this mom, and he's like been helping more. So the other day I was sweeping. He's like, "Mom, I'll help you get that. Why don't you make us a chore chart?"
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's rad. I think that's rad. I was outside last night. I was outside yesterday afternoon because I'm redoing my backyard again. And my youngest came out and he's like, "Oh, can I grab a shovel and help?" I'm like, "You sure can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on over, kid. I got plenty for you." But
No,
I don't
I'm
know how
gonna
much
do
you need.
that.
I don't. I get about 10 minutes.
I'm going to use the hot tub this weekend, and then I'm going to drain it, and it's got to go away. Like I said, I signed back up for that Dave Ramsey financial thing yesterday, and my PG&E is just, I just can't. I need to put it away for a while.
So you're just gonna take a little break.
Yeah.
Maybe the hot tub. Maybe the hot tub is like just a seasonal thing. Like maybe you choose the one time a year where it's just the best, and that's your hot tub time of year.
Yeah, I kind of want to keep it up until this coming week because it's supposed to snow and it would be cool. But at the same time, like I had it on all week and didn't get in it. So that's like PG&E City, you know?
Right, right. And did you have it the lowest setting all week or the highest setting?
The highest, because I kept thinking, yeah.
Well, if you put it on the lowest setting, but it's still warm, how long does it take to get to the highest setting?
A couple hours.
Okay. Okay. And then have you figured out what your PG&E bill is if you leave it just on the lowest setting all the time?
No, my PG&E bill was $300 last month, though.
Was it on the highest setting the whole time?
Not the whole time, but most of the time.
Most of the time? Okay. Because
Yeah.
I'll bet
That you could lower it and just keep it low until you need to heat it back up. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because the only reason I'm pushing so hard on this is because A, I want a hot tub so bad you have one. But B, what a phenomenal tool that you have, a stress reliever, a relaxer. And if you can keep it at a low setting and just like when you know you're going to use it a couple hours before, like if it doesn't impact you that bad, like how awesome would that be? Just have that at your disposal.
I know, but
That's so rad.
Part of me thinks I'm just going to clean it out and sell it.
Yeah, also anybody can use the money.
I know. Because not only I'll make money off of selling it, then I will also save a lot of money on PG&E.
Save that sweet, sweet PG&E bill.
Yeah. Hey, Justin, just cleaning up the house. I'm going to work as much as I can.
My son's having a friend over tonight, so I think we're gonna be preteen central over here.
Oh, your oldest?
Yeah. So he's got
preteeny. Like my daughter is like breaking out on her. Ugh.
We're not okay. So we're not preteeny like that. I think preteen and puberty. Well, I mean, obviously it presents different in boys and girls, but I think right now his preteen puberty is more. I think he's a little probably socially behind Layla. I think Layla's probably developing a little bit faster than he is, probably socially and all that other stuff. But he's
Layla
in a stage right now.
Shy.
She's what?
Layla's really shy.
Is she shy? Okay. He's not shy, but he's getting super concerned about like how he comes off now, which is new.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I kind of like it.
She is she hit the puberty development part really early and it pisses me off. So
have you this strand of hair is really getting me right now. Okay. Have you when puberty hit, did you instantly go into quote the talk? Like has that been a thing yet? Because
we had the talk last year.
okay, because my oldest asked how babies were made like 7 years ago, and then that was it.
Okay, you know, if I'm just gonna, we had the talk last year because I caught her watching some anime stuff on YouTube.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
they were doing it.
yeah.
So we had to have a talk about it.
And that's how you got there. Yeah, I've been waiting for something for like that to pop up. So like the window would be, you know, like I don't know when or how, you know, but like I know that it's got to be coming sometime soon.
Talks with my kid that a lot of parents haven't. We don't talk about it a lot, but my daughter, she's pretty open about being. She has crushes on boys and girls.
So she's open about who she is.
Yeah, we've sat down and talked about that. But she's known that about herself for 2 years.
That's rad. That's so rad.
Yeah. So I, reached out to some friends who said that they knew at that age that they felt that way, but it's more accepted now. So good thing. And she'll be honest with you. She'll tell you, I'm not gay, I'm bi. Like her dad doesn't really like to talk about so much, but like when I talk on here, that when I'm in this Facebook groups, you're the one who suggested that I get into the LGBTQ parent resource group in Facebook, and that's really helped us a lot too.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Our youngest was also watching stuff where we had to sit down. I mean, first of all, it was like, how are we missing this on his computer? You know?
Yeah.
So we got that remedied, and then we had to sit down. We're like, you know, like what you're watching. Do you have any questions? You know, and it took a second because he was a little embarrassed, but you know, it was one of those like, yeah, you too young to see it, but you saw it. What questions do you have? There weren't a whole lot, but I know that conversation is going to have to be happening here with my oldest pretty soon. I think.
Yeah, I reached out to our friend Esther, and she sent me a couple links to a couple books about sex for kids. So she helped. Mm-hmm.
Because I remember, I don't know what age it was for you, but I remember distinctly, it was 5th grade, Mrs. Backer, where we had to take the permission slip home to have sex ed. So
I think you're right.
Yeah. So like my oldest is right there, you know, only distance learning. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think that's coming up.
It is coming up. Yeah, I had it with Layla very early. Unfortunately, I guess.
It's okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about less heavy things in the 8. We will talk to you guys
less
at 8 o'clock.
Thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
Bye.